everyone. This week we will be teaching the kiddos about the calling of Moses. So we're moving on from Genesis, moving to Exodus 1 through 4. And when they come into the classroom, as the kids come in and they sign in, have them take a little piece of paper. You'll all have these pieces of paper, and have them just write a couple of things about themselves. They can write their name at the top, but they can't use their name in the description of what they're writing. So they would write something like, I enjoy playing soccer. I have 5 siblings, or whatever they want to write. Something about themselves, some description of themselves, maybe their favorite color, their favorite sport, their favorite ice cream, something like that, something about themselves. And we're going to put them all in our little name tag buckets. And then as kids come in, we're just going to have them drop them in there. And then we're going to gather in a circle, and we're going to try and guess who is who. So we're going to pull these out and try and guess who is who, because the main point of this opening activity is to talk about how God made us each very unique. He made us with our own personal strengths, and he even made us with our weaknesses, and he can use those strengths, and he can even use those weaknesses to further his kingdom and to do what he would like to be done. So that's how we're going to start off our time. Then, of course, you have your story time, where you're going to be talking about Moses when God called to him from the burning bush. So my wonderful storyteller, Tanya Spence, has found a really cool experiment to do that you can do in front of the kids, involving a dollar bill and lighting it on fire, but you do it in this specific way that it doesn't actually light on fire. It's really cool. She's done it for our class before. I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the bottom of this Weekly Connect. So if you're the storyteller and you would like to try out that experiment, it's really exciting. I would suggest trying it at home a couple of times so that you're ready to do that. It's a really exciting thing. The kids love it. And Tanya is so good about it. When she does her experiments, before she does it, she always says, I don't know if this is going to work because I'm not perfect, or, science isn't a perfect thing. It's just that we're going to give it a try, and we're going to see how it is. But, God's the only one who's perfect. Or she says something, she's so much more eloquent than I am. Anyway, she says something that's awesome. So make sure to tell the kids beforehand, like, this might not work, but we're going to try and see. And if it works out, it'll be cool. So then you're going to tell the whole story, the beginning story of Moses, how he was called to free God's people. And then you're going to go back to your classrooms, and you have review questions that you can go over. And because it's going to be Thanksgiving weekend, or the weekend before Thanksgiving, we are going to do a craft talking about being thankful. So in your classroom, you're going to have little individual pieces of these little the orange papers. And there's 8 of those. Then you'll have a green sheet, and then you'll have some leaves that the kids need to cut out. And what they are making is this I am thankful pumpkin. So it's all going to fit together just like that, and they can take that home. So before they cut anything out, before they do anything, they're going to want to write 8 things that they are thankful for. So it says, I am thankful for, and they just need to write it out here. Again, if you have younger kids, you're going to have to help them out. If they want to draw pictures, if that's easier for them, they can do that as well, but have them do that. Now, I didn't have the long pieces of paper like it shows in the example, so let me give you a piece of advice how I did this, that this might help you. When I started it off, they have these long pieces of paper, right, so that they're this long. Well, we have 2 pieces of paper. So if you start off with these 2, if you have the kids just glue these together, and then as they're gluing, or you can tape them or staple, however you want to do it, as they're doing it, just always have the pieces straight across from each other. So they would glue that one and then glue this one like that. So now it's a big X, right? And then they would continue to do it. I'm sure you don't need all this example, for heaven's sakes, you're teachers. And then go straight across from that. Just do it like that, and then put all that one side together, and then have them slowly glue the other side together as well. I also took this green piece of paper, was pretty big, so I cut it in half so it would have a little swirl like this, and then they have the 2 leaves on top, which I think I made the leaves too small, but too late now. That's my problem. Sorry about that. If the kids can cut it out a little bit bigger, maybe that'd make them happier, and then they can just flip it over and have the other side on it. So these are just the things that I struggle with and keep me up at night, that my leaves are too small on my craft this week. Anyways, if you have more time after that, Bible work for next week is Exodus 5:12, where we'll continue the story of Moses. And then, of course, we'll go right into December, and we'll be learning about, the coming of the Savior. So It's going to be an exciting month. Next month we have a really fun devotional for everybody, and we'll let you know more about that later on. But as for this week, if you have any questions, concerns, or you're in need of prayer, just let us know. We would love to pray for you and help you out with anything that you need help with. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps in your preparing for this weekend, and we will see you this weekend. Thanks so much.